Alright, I have another Beyblade unboxing, this time on GloryValkyrie. Finally have this thing. Definitely has been a pain to get, but it is here now, so... Anyway, let's go and open it up. Alright, I have everything opened up now. First up we have the instructions, as always. Then we have the string launcher, which is in blue. Some white prongs. Gold here. Pretty good looking string launcher. Moving on to the bait itself. First up we have low flat, the bit. It's in this pretty nice dark blue flat, millimeter shorter, nothing too crazy. And yeah, that is honestly really underwhelming for this bay. It's our big July starter, and for UX Expand it does seem like they are just giving us reused bits for some reason. Very unfortunate. Again, for a release like this, it does just feel very underwhelming. Even if they were going to reuse something, I wish they picked something that wasn't from, 3 years ago, or at least just a better part. But this is what we got, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. Moving on to the blade, which is of course a ratchet integrated blade, we have GloryValkyrie. A lot of gold plastic underneath here. White metal coat, some gold and blue detailing, nice gear chip design. Of course you have the gimmick as well, the bound gimmick. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Yeah, that's the blade. Moving on to the part weights. Low flat is 2.13 grams, and then GloryValkyrie is 43.62 grams, and the full combo will be 45.74 grams, which is decent, I would say. Now putting this thing together, just the two parts, and there we go, GloryValkyrie low flat. Does look pretty nice, like the white, gold, and blue. Again, bound gimmick. Not too bad. But before we get into anything else, we'll go and do some comparisons real quick. So first up we have Valkyrie Volt, the previous Valkyrie. Not sure which I like better. Both look pretty good. Then we have the bait that this is mostly based off of, that being, of course, God Valkyrie from Beyblade Burst. Also having its own bound gimmick. Also, the color scheme does remind me a lot of the Holy Knight version of God Valkyrie, with the white. Anyway, let's go and talk about this bay as is. I do have some thoughts on it. So aesthetically, this thing is really nice. White metal coat looks very good. Gold underneath is nice, but not overpowering or anything. Has some nice blue as well. Probably one of the nicer looking bays in Beyblade X. Not my absolute favorite, but I'd still give it an 8 out of 10. It's really good. I think I would have liked if they went with a blue color scheme, get closer to actual Valkyrie, but as is, it's still good. Now, the conceptual score is where I have some difficulty. Like I mentioned, I really don't like the choice of low flat. I don't think many people like this choice either. It just feels pretty random. Like, if you're gonna use a bit that's kind of just uninteresting, at least just pick Excel at that point. Excel isn't great, but it's at least a reference to Valkyrie in a way, having the same name as the original Valkyrie's driver. Though at that point, maybe just do like rubber Excel, or better yet, make a new bit. But yeah, low flat, I'm not big on at all. Also, for the blade, I think the bound gimmick is good, but I wish there was something else here. This is our second proper UX Expand blade. From the Taco side, the first one was Bullet Griffin, and this is our second. And Bullet Griffin was a crazy way to start. I mean, obviously I didn't think they were going to top a bait that split in half, that had a lot going for it. But going from that to just a bound gimmick, it does feel a bit lame. Like if it was a bound gimmick and then something else, that'd be pretty interesting. But just a bound gimmick, I kind of feel like they could have just done this on a regular UX blade. I'm not sure it needed to be UX Expand. Again, with how crazy UX Expand started, I thought that maybe we'd be getting more gimmicks to have mid-battle mode changes, just more going on, and then to just get a bound gimmick after that does again feel a bit lame. So we have a bound attacker with a fairly bland bit. For my conceptual score, I'm gonna give this thing a 6 out of 10. It's still solid. Again, the bound gimmick is still cool. It is new for Beyblade X, so I don't mind it. It's just that it really could have gone a lot higher if there was more going on. Also, I probably would have given it a 7 if it had a better bit, but yeah, Low Flood is definitely holding this thing back a little bit as well. It just wasn't a great choice. But yeah, that's GloryValkyrie, our July starter for this year. It's not bad, just think I could have done more with it, but as is, it's still good enough. But yeah, I feel like I don't have a whole lot to say about this one. It's here, it's a bound gimmick, we've seen it a lot in bursts, so it doesn't feel like anything too new overall. And it's not really done in a way that's way different either, so again, it's just here and it's good enough. Anyway, that's all for the video. Thanks for watching and bye-bye.